Number three then here, guys, is that we don't stick with it because we tend to pick goals that are scale related. And I actually think it's important to have a combination of a weight loss goal and some non-scale victories. So, if you really think about it, when we get to a certain phase of weight loss, if you've had some success with it, it kind of wears off, like just the idea of like, oh, this is so motivating, and you lose pounds on the scale, and that doesn't really keep you going after a while. And so by seeing the scale maybe move only just a little bit, sometimes 0.2 is or 0.4 is a great weight loss. Half a pound would be amazing. But to you, sometimes mentally, we don't always feel like that's a good enough sense of progress. And so that tends to make us feel like we just want to give up, because why did we work so hard for just that half a pound? Ultimately, that is really good, but again, I think if we just choose to also add in some non-scale victories, that would keep you motivated on a week-to-week basis. So we'll write on here non-scale victories as the goal to work in. What I mean by that is performance goals. If you like to jog or run, try signing up for a 5 or a 10K. If you just like to have goals in the gym, maybe it's to increase your number of push-ups or be able to do an assisted pull-up or things like that. So I think involving yourself in some sort of physical goal would make you feel like you are accomplishing something, and it's a more huge sense of accomplishment when you're able to kind of feel like you were victorious in other ways than just on the scale. So think of things that would motivate you. It could be a non-scale victory, could actually even be food related. Maybe you really struggle with eating at night, and if your victory is, I only had an indulgence twice this week instead of every day, I think that's a huge victory. And then maybe that would help move the scale, or maybe it would take a few weeks of more things to add into your routine. But have those non-scale victories. I think it's just so important to have those milestones along your journey to feel successful on a week-to-week or month-to-month basis. Number 4 then, here we're almost through. This one you have to look a little bit at yourself, and this one, the reason why you wouldn't be successful or stick with it is because you personally are not setting yourself up for success. So this is just did you do it or did you not? And if you are not doing it, you might not be able to stick with it. And what I mean by that is setting yourself up for success means things like having healthy food in the house, taking out the junk. Did you meal prep this week? Did you come up with a weekly plan for your workouts this week? Did you put it in your schedule? And then, did you make a food plan for the next day? Did you sit down at night and write down, what am I going to eat tomorrow? If you aren't doing some of these like tangible tasks that really don't take a whole lot of time, but things, again, they don't just magically happen. So we do have to look inward at times. And did we task ourselves with the things that would actually make us successful on a day-to-day basis? We still have, free will and power to choose otherwise, but the more tools and habits you can put in place to limit your options, to avoid temptation, to get you thinking healthy thoughts, to get you on a motivational plan moving forward by writing it down. Those are those things, a quote in the car each morning, maybe you have it on your phone that you read, just anything that's going to get you in the mindset to be healthy and task yourself with the things to keep you successful, you're more likely to stick with it. And then so lastly is the accountability partner. So this is kind of a fun piece. So accountability is last. I think I spelled that wrong. And then, setting yourself up for success was that number 4. But accountability is such an important tool. We always want to feel like we can do it all by ourselves, and that if it's just our own willpower, there's nothing else that we need help with. But pick a trusted friend, pick your trainer, pick someone from the gym that you look up to. pick your spouse if they're, you know, definitely someone who would keep you accountable. Sometimes maybe that's not the best choice. We get a little sensitive, but an accountability partner should be someone that you feel that you can turn to when you're struggling, and get those words of encouragement. Someone who's a good listening ear, but also someone who's going to celebrate in those successes with you. So if you don't have a person, feel free to reach out to one of us trainers at the gym. That's one of the best parts of our job, is to set those goals with you and help you along the way, keep you accountable when it's tough, and then celebrate with you at the end of each week. So find someone that will keep you going. And yeah, hopefully one of these 5 then is something that resonates with you, and that you can start to flip that page, flip the script, and make this something that you can turn into a positive, so that you can have more success with your goals going forward. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, lauren.parrish@princetonclub.net, and we will see you for the next nutritional video. Have a great day.